I'm Jenny Boom Boom, and this is Small Business Tuesdays. We have 3 great businesses for you tonight. I think you're going to really love everything that you have to hear from these businesses tonight. You're going to love all the special deals that we got going on too, because every single Tuesday night, the businesses that are featured, well, they offer all kinds of great deals, which a lot of folks take advantage of. So make sure and keep it here with us all the way through until our last business tonight, because I think you're going to really want to take advantage of these great deals. And as I always say every single Tuesday night, I started Small Business Tuesdays during COVID because I saw friends of mine really struggling during COVID because of everything that was going on. So one friend in particular who actually owns a restaurant, it's been in business for 40 years, this restaurant, it was really struggling. So I'm just doing what I can with my platform. If you want to be on Small Business Tuesdays, you can be on it. Just DM me and I will eventually get to your DM. Every week, the folks that are on, they get to nominate other people to be on the following week. But sometimes, yeah, we have spaces open. So that's when I go into my DMs and I ask folks whether or not they're still interested. So first up tonight, let me see who we got here. Oh, here we go. I have a Standout Trucking. Standout Trucking is going to be on with us tonight. Hi.
How's it going?
How you doing? So you're Mike Connolly?
That's me.
Hi, Mike. It's really nice to meet you. And is your business Standout Trucking or Standout Truck?
Standout Truck, and they call me the Standout Truck King.
Oh, you're the Standout Truck King. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Would you like me to call you King for the rest of the interview, Mike?
No, we good.
No. Okay, all right. Well, just feel free. Let me know. And of course, you were nominated by my guest last week from Tribe Power Bites, who's a huge fan of yours. And I know you guys have worked together because I was stalking your IG today and your website. So tell me a little bit about Standout Trucking.
So I started the business March 9th, Biggie Day last year. And right before that, a couple of days after that, the pandemic came. So I had to pivot. So let me just say what Standout Truck is. So we're a digital billboard company, 3-sided billboards on the truck. We drive throughout Western Mass, Connecticut, Boston area, advertising businesses and celebrating people. So we end up getting the celebrating people part because I wrote a book a while ago. I started a business a while ago called Stinky Cakes. So you
yes.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Hi. So we've met before then. Yes.
Exactly. So that I wrote a book to go with that business. I was going to a lot of schools talking to the kids, and so I was with them from like 9th grade. So 12th grade they graduated and they had no graduation ceremony. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna celebrate the kids on the truck. So I pivoted my business to give the kids a way to, and the families to get together during the pandemic to celebrate. So that's when we started celebrating people. But ultimately, the goal of my business is to help other businesses advertise in an affordable way, so and that the community know about what they do.
Well, I think that is genius.
Thank you.
I was checking out all of your stuff today, and I was like, wow, this is like a really cool idea. In fact, in the past, like I've thought about that because you see these trucks that are wrapped or, but they don't look anything like what you have on your trucks. I mean, it really stands out. It's awesome.
Yeah, and it's because our trucks are digital. We have one in South Carolina. We have one now in Springfield, and next week we'll have a second one in Springfield. But the cool thing about what we do is digital. So you talked about the vinyl wrap ones. Those messages can be changed rapidly. So let's just say someone was promoting an event, right? And they say, hey, Mike, on Friday, I wanted the ad to say this. Saturday, I wanted to say this. And Sunday, on the day of the event, we need to tell them to come to the venue right now. So like it's super flexible about what we can do. And that's what our clients love.
Yeah, it's super cool. How did you do this? I mean, is this something that people were doing already? Because I feel like I've never seen anything like this before I looked at your business.
Yeah, so you normally see it like in bigger cities like Vegas or like Miami, New York. But like in smaller markets like in Hartford or Springfield, you typically don't see it because it doesn't make that much sense. But the reason it makes sense to me is because like I've been heavily into marketing for so long. So and because of that, a lot of the skills it takes to run the business, because I have about 10 people on my team, but a lot of the skills it takes to run the business, like I have like marketing skills and advertising skills and design skills and sales skills and just a lot of things that go behind it. So I'm able to keep the cost at a minimum, where we can still, I can still feed my team and make a little profit, but also make it affordable for people to advertise. So it's just making all of that work, and the logistics behind it makes it difficult in the smaller market. In the bigger market, like out in Boston, where they got millions of people, people pay top dollar to advertise. But in our markets, it's a little different. So that's why typically you don't normally see it in this kind of market.
So what is your background in marketing?
So I launched my first business when I was 9 years old. So I've been selling and doing marketing since then. I was able to actually retire my grandmother in 2 years with the marketing plan I created to get kids to come to the house to buy candy. So I see marketing in slow motion. So to me, marketing is about telling people about things they would buy if they knew they existed. So I always see that in slow motion. So I always know how to connect with the right people to the right product. So because of that, I've always been, I think is the most interesting thing in the world, because marketing to me is a combination of psychology, sociology, and communication. And when you can put those three things together, you can move the crowd. Like in the music world, I tell people, like one of the biggest marketers in the music world is the hype man, right? Because the hype man is the one that gets the crowd to do everything they wanted to do. By the time as the performer comes out, they're already live and ready to go. So is that so marketing is that.
That is true. That's interesting you said that, because that is true, right? Like, where would Buster be without Splitstar, right?
That's
Okay.
it.
So on your IG, it says that you started out as an 18-year-old immigrant dishwasher with literally $20 in a dream.
Yeah, so I'm originally from the Bahamas, and we didn't have any money. My mom and dad divorced, and my aunt knew a guy who chartered flights. She chartered people back and forth from Freeport, Grand Bahama to Florida. So on the way back to Florida, I asked if I could ride with him to go meet my mom, who recently moved to Florida, and she gave me $20 to get something to eat when I got in the airport. But like, to me, like, America's always been the land of opportunity, because there's just so many people. Like I said, I was 9 when I got into business, and I always, my stepdad, he had a pest control business, and I always remember thinking, like, man, because he made the most money when he sprayed the one hotel on the island and the one grocery store and like a couple of restaurants. And when we would go over to Florida or wherever for vacation, I would just see tons of grocery stores, tons of hotels, and tons of restaurants. I was like, man, if his business was here, we'd be rich. So like, as a kid, I always dreamed about having a business here. So like, when I moved here, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just stay out of trouble, find something to do. I'm gonna learn graphic design. That's when I got enrolled in the Art Institute of Fort Lauderdale. I didn't even have money to get in there. Like, I begged to take one class. It was like $800, and I asked my grandfather, who told me I should have dropped out of school. I asked him for $400, and I asked my biological father, who wasn't there when I was a kid, but we ended up smoothing everything out. He passed away a few years ago. But I said, dude, you owe me some diaper money, brother. I need that $400. And that's what I took. I took that to take that one class, and that's when I started learning about design. So like, I go into schools a lot, and I talk to kids a lot about believing in themselves and just taking action. My personal motto is create dope stuff and stay sucker free. So like, you just got to surround yourself with positive people. You got to have a positive mindset. You got to believe you're going to do it, and just put a whole lot of work in. And then like, magical things happen. Like every business that I have, like I run it on that. Like, I just know if I give my best, and I give my customers my best, and I give my community my best, like, good things are going to come out of that. So that's how I operate.
That's just such a inspirational story.
Thank you.
It really is. I mean, man, you didn't have even the tools to get to where you are today, but you created everything yourself, and that's just such a great thing.
Well, yeah, no, you know what it is, Jenny, is like, is just being positive and like just really putting in the work. Like, a lot of people try to skip that process, and like, where you start doesn't matter. It does not matter. It doesn't matter what you have today. Like, if you surround yourself by people putting in the work, and they'll put you on, like, they're gonna put you onto the work. See, a lot of people look at the reward. The reward's not you're gonna get distracted if you look at the reward. Right. You look at the work, you're in control. Like, the other day on my Facebook, I said, a reality board is greater than a vision board, because the reality board tells you where you are, and where you are, you can look at what you need to change. Like I lost 100 pounds, right? So when I look at myself in the mirror, like, dude, you like 300 pounds and you're diabetic and all this other stuff. Like, what are you gonna do? I could talk about it, or I could just start eating less. I could go walk for 30 minutes. Like it's not gonna happen today, but if I do this consistently, things are gonna change. So like that's when business, that's with life. Just look at your reality, look at the things you want to change, and just start changing it. Then don't. This is why you got to stay sucker free, because while you changing, some people don't want to see you change, so they're gonna start pointing out. You know, you like eating cake. Why don't you eat cake? It's like, nah, you supposed to be helping me. Like you should tell me, like, yo, okay. I don't drink smoothies, but you drinking a smoothie, bro. I'm gonna drink a smoothie with you. Like you want to surround yourself with dope people that are gonna help you change. And it's the same thing with success. When you start moving with people doing dope things, it rubs off on you, and they start putting you on to stuff, and then you realize like it don't take money, it don't take this, it don't take that. It takes the work and it's being dedicated to the end result, and then you stick to that and make adjustments and stay humble. Like stay humble. Like I tell when I go into the schools, I like to tell the kids like I love being the dumbest person in the room. I don't want to be the smartest person in the room. I want to be the dumbest person in the room because I want to learn. Like I want to learn. I want to raise my hand and ask all the dumb questions, because you ask those one time, then you start getting smarter. So it's about being humble and surrounding yourself with the right people and doing the work.
Yeah, I love that. I love that motto, because I was even talking to someone today about it, and I'm like, people should enjoy the process more.
That's
I
it.
mean, everything that I've accomplished in my career so far is because I worked really hard, and I work really hard every day,
That's
but
it.
I've always learned how to enjoy the process. Like, I'm still in the process of getting to where I want to be, all these
Yeah.
years. But that's okay, because I'm willing to put the work in every single day to accomplish what I need to accomplish to feel satisfied,
That's it.
So that's why I think we share a lot of the same beliefs. So the services that you offer, I know you're located at 98 Lower Westfield Road in Holyoke. Tell me the services that you offer.
So like to keep it real simple, like I tell people we're great at really two things: brand awareness and storytelling. And how we do that is by direct messaging the community. So like whatever someone's business want to let the community know, like Standout Truck, we on our three-sided digital billboard, we drive around in those communities telling people. Like right now there's a basketball camp happening in Springfield, and that's one of the campaigns that we run. We just riding around telling the people in the community about the basketball camp. And then with the storytelling, we write articles about the people that we advertise in the truck. So then we tell the story behind the basketball camp. So like I just reached out to the folks today, and it was like, Mike, is doing pretty good. We got some signups. We just need 100 more. So like it's kind of cool seeing them go from 0 signups to almost 200 signups, and their goal is 300. So it's like that's what we do. Like right now we have a lot of people reaching out to help to spread the message about the jobs they have, or a lot of real estate agents. We got people. There's one guy that does cell phone repair. So he's like, hey, we fix you. We'll fix your phone. Give us a call, and people call him. So it's like that. It's a cool way to me. I feel like to help the businesses in my community and surrounding communities just affordably advertise. Like we have different packages. They could book the truck for half day, full day, or we do banks, 20, 30, 40-hour banks, and they could use those throughout the month. So people typically do a bank. And then sometimes too, we do what's called a cohort, because it's like our most affordable option, where we'll have 10 to 12 businesses together, basically chip in to rent the truck, and then we'll run the ads on a predetermined route. So everyone is and the ads are rotated every 8 seconds, but it's like super affordable. So like you got to remember, like I come from like the struggle with my businesses. So like, yeah, I could make more money just focusing on the bigger companies, but then like in my heart, where I come from is like, I can't forget about Stinky Cakes, Mike. When I pulled up to the radio station, you're like, yo, this is great. And you talked about, I don't know if you remember this, but I even thanked you and Craig in my book. So like,
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I got to get you a copy of it. I told Craig to tell you, but Craig be busy.
Yeah, Craig don't be telling me nothing, okay? Don't put messages with Craig for me, because Craig just be forgetting everything,
I gotta get you a copy. But like so that's why I created the cohort, because me now, my bank account's a little different now, but it wasn't always like that. And I understand what it is to need to get the message out about your business. So like everything that I do is always tied back in the community, man. Like for me, like making money is cool, but making a difference and making an impact is everything. Like that feels much better.
Yes, and doing good business is really important.
It's true.
So how do we book you?
So it's simple. So the best way to go, like if, okay, so we do celebrations too. So like if someone wanted to celebrate an anniversary or birthday or like, you know, anything like that.
Which is really good now with everything that's going on with this variant. We
Yeah,
don't
I know.
know what's going to be happening moving forward. So that's a really great idea to have, you know, if someone's having a birthday or graduation or, I mean, whatever it is, you know, anniversary, you know, having one of your trucks swing by their work or a home or whatever, it would make someone feel really special.
Exactly. So the cool thing with that is, and then we also do a photo shoot too, so they can remember it, and they normally post it on social. And that's only
great.
and that's only $125 to do that. But so to do that, you go on the website. There's a celebrate button, standouttruck.com, and you could celebrate, and then you could set it up. If you could post on Facebook, you could get it ready. You could get your file ready to do that. So that's one way. And then for businesses, we like to talk to them first. So we ask them to go to the contact form, standouttruck.com/contact, fill out the contact form, and then one of our salespeople reach out, because we like to hear what they're looking to do first, and then we give suggestions as to how we think they can do it. We don't just like, well, yeah, just buy this. But no, we need to hear what they want to do, because that's why, like most of my clients, like our clients stay on, because like we treat them right. Like we're not just selling them ad space. We need to hear what their goal is and like be a part of that marketing mix to help them get to their goal.
Right. So with you, you do design and everything. So if I'm one of these trucks, I don't have to come with like my design already. Like you can fix it for me and make it happen, right? Okay.
Exactly. So how it works is we send out the invoice. Once they take care of the invoice, someone from my design team reaches out to them. We design the ad. Once the ad's done and designed, they approve it. They approve the ad. Then it goes over to the scheduling team. They schedule it, and they literally get in their email. The calendar will email them the days and times the ads will run, so they know exactly when the ads run. And if they want, they can request like a GPS report too.
That's awesome. That's so cool. All right, so you have a special for everybody watching right now, correct?
Yeah. So anybody that DMs me, whether you want to do a graduation or a celebration, 10% off, or if you want to run a campaign, whether it's a day long, half day, or a bank, 10% off. For just that, make sure you DM me tonight, and then we'll make that happen. Or if you can't DM right now, just go to standouttruck.com/contact, or on the website, hit the contact form and just in the message say, hey, you promised me 10% off. So, and then we'll take care of you.
Well, thank you so much, Mike. This was awesome. You know, like I love the idea. I love it. And I think and I'm fascinated about your marketing, your design, and all of that as well, because you have to be very talented.
Yeah.
Be able to hold all of that down. So I'm going to want to talk to you again, because you're just great. So this is awesome.
Anytime, and I got to get you the copy of the book, so we're gonna make that happen too.
Yeah, let's do it. I definitely want to read it. Standouttruck.com is the website. Thanks so much, Mike.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
So up next, we have another great business that is going to be on the way in just a second. And again, I just want to remind you that it costs nothing to be on Small Business Tuesdays. I want nothing from you. I just want to try to help you out as best as I can with my platform. And if you have a small business, or you want to nominate someone to be on Small Business Tuesdays, just DM me, okay? So here we go. Let me see. Laura from 8020 Fit is going to be on with us now. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Laura. So Jen from Starbright, I'm going to go get one of them tooth gems eventually. I told Vic the other day, I want a tooth gem. He's like, oh, you got one?
Yes.
I love them. They look so beautiful. So Jen from Starbright, she nominated you, Laura, to be on Small Business Tuesday. So thanks so much. Talk to me about 8020 Fit. You're located at 1793 Park Street in Hartford. Oh, Laura's frozen. Hold on one second. Sometimes there's a bad signal. Laura, are you there? Oh, no. She's just frozen in time. It's not good. All right, so she's located at 1793 Park Street in Hartford. It might be her Wi-Fi. So let me just see really quickly here. Laura, oh no. Okay, we'll see. Maybe she'll join us again in just a second. Let me see who else is on here. I think my friend is on here that we need to talk to next anyway. So we'll take him a little bit earlier than we had planned. Paris the Bondsman. Let's see if he's ready to go. Hi, Paris.
Hey,
Paris, why didn't you come up on Paris the Bondsman?
uh, say that again?
I said you have an IG, Paris the Bondsman, but you're doing Paris Promotions because Paris the Bondsman is under Paris Promotions, or?
So let's see. Paris Promotions is pretty much the marketing tool for Paris the Bondsman.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, you can't have one without the other. It's just like the nightclub business. As you know, many years ago, Club Blue, Club Envy. You know what
Yes.
I mean? I actually use a nightclub to say, hey, all you guys coming in popping bottles. I also take people out of jail. So when you guys leave here, God forbid if there's a DUI or, an incident, call me. Call Paris.
Okay, so talk to me first and foremost because I've been arrested before. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I've gone to jail.
Mm-hmm.
I've not spent a lot of time in jail because they were just like little quick charges. But I got out of jail without a bondsman. So tell me what a bondsman does, Paris.
So it's insurance. A lot of people don't know that, Jenny. It's pretty much we're insurance underwriters. It's called surety bail. I'm what's called a professional, meaning I use my assets to bond people out, but I own a company, run a company, I should say, that I have like maybe 30 bondsmen. I sell paper. I'm a distributor. So that's pretty much what I do. As a surety bondsman, we're writing an insurance policy. A bond is $5,000. Thank God, it's not like how it is in Springfield, Mass, where if God forbid, if you get arrested out there, it's 5,000. You got to give them 5,000. Versus Connecticut and a lot of other places like New York, South Carolina, which I'm licensed in South Carolina as well. You pay 10% of that. So it's 10% up to 5. Anything after 5,000, you go 7% with a $150 insurance fee. So obviously a $5,000 bond would be $500, but then a $10,000 bond would actually be $700 plus a $150 insurance fee. So $850 for a $10,000.
So if I get arrested, they say you can't get out unless you pay a $100,000 bond.
Okay, 7%. That's 7,000 plus the $150 insurance fee. So 7,150.
So then you're somebody that I would contact and say, I need some money to get out of jail.
No, not really money, but liability. So for example, let's just say Craig and another DJ got into it. And
why is Craig involved in this?
I'm just using him as an example. So Craig gets into
Craig can't even fight.
So Jenny calls me, Paris, I need you, Craig. He smacked the DJ. We gotta go get him out. His bond's 100,000 because he probably like hurt the DJ. And it happened to be 100,000. So believe it or not, Connecticut state law on that is 3.5%, 35% of that, depending on where you move the decimal. So it's 2,502. So as long as Jenny comes up with 2,502, I'm now telling the state of Connecticut that I'm going to be liable for that $100,000 bail. Now that money that Craig owes, that's not even on you as the indemnitor / co-signer, but that's on Craig to pay. If you sign that payment plan sheet, then yes, you're liable as well. But I wouldn't do that to you, Jenny. It'd be all on Craig.
Thank you. I ain't got it. I ain't got it.
Yeah, so it'll be, that 2,502 and then a monthly payment plan, weekly payment plan. It's whatever the indemnitor or principal, which would be Craig. You would be the indemnitor. Craig would be the principal.
Okay. So how do you go about getting the money or the insurance, whatever you said, from you? Like if I'm saying, okay, I need this, what is the criteria around it?
Nothing. You just have to have a valid driver's license, money down, because it's regulated by the state. A lot of people don't know that. We don't just say, you know what, Jenny, come up with $1,000. I'll put Craig on a payment plan. No. If we get caught doing it under the regulated premium, I can get in trouble. The bond can be audited and looked at, and you know what I mean? They even force us to collect the money, and if we don't, we have X amount of time to sue. We literally have to bring a lot of co-signers to court. So,
oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens when a bond is revoked? Is that because someone's not paying? Someone's not
No. A lot of people think that, Paris, how many phone calls, Jenny, I get like, Paris, I don't have the money. Please don't revoke my bond. All right. I probably shouldn't say this. A lot of bondsmen are going to hate me for saying it, but it's the truth. I mean, at the end of the day, we're at service for the people. And no, your bail cannot be revoked for non-payment. South Carolina, it's a gray area. Sometimes, yeah, you in South Carolina, in the South, you can. But up north, no.
So they won't send you back to jail.
In South Carolina, yeah.
Okay. In Connecticut,
No.
if you don't pay your bonds.
If you don't pay in Connecticut, that's when, again, I believe it's 30 after 35 days I got to send a letter, 30 days I got to send a letter. After 65 days I actually have to file court paperwork and bring everybody to court, and they can place a lien on the house, a judgment, garnish your wages. So when you get that paycheck, I automatically get that fee.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So bounty hunters, do they work for bondsmen?
Bail enforcement agents, not bounty hunters. And no, it's not like Dog the Bounty Hunter. It's bail enforcement agent. I'm actually a licensed bail enforcement agent as well. And yes, if you're a solidified company, you're gonna have like the team. Like for example, Paris the Bondsman LLC. My parent company is 24/7 Bail Bonds. I handle the marketing. You understand? I handle the marketing. I sell the paper. I handle the agents. I manage that company. Where my partner slash like one of the greatest guys I ever had the privilege of meeting, William Sabota, he handles the bail enforcement. He's much bigger than me, you know, much smarter, and he's really good at what he does. So we aggressively write. A lot of people are like, wow, why do you guys write that bond and write that bond? And oh, that's crazy. This guy's from New York or he's Dominican, and Bill's a nut. He just knows how to do the bail enforcement side of it. You can't have one without the other.
They go to your house and say you're not paying, or like
no. Well, if you fail to appear, that's an FTA. If you fail to appear, that's when you see those guys. Me, I don't like to do the whole arresting people. And all this is public information. You'll see who's who. I don't like to arrest. I like to be the guy that takes everybody out.
Yeah, yeah, you are pretty much the party guy. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm the cool guy.
Paris, how long have you been doing this, and what made you want to do it?
Wow, Jenny, if I answer that, a lot of girls are gonna be like, "Wow, like you're messing up my DMs real quick." I've been doing this 19 years, off and on, 19 years.
So, what made you want to do it?
Really? A lot of my friends were getting in trouble. I mean, like many black and brown individuals. I didn't have it like this growing up. You know what I mean? It was rough. I had to change my circumstances. I saw a lot of my friends getting arrested. I was doing things that I wasn't supposed to be doing, and it was just a matter of time. And I had met Shane. You know who that is?
Yeah.
And he put me on. He was like, I met Flavio actually, and I called Shane. I'm like, yeah, Shane, I think I'm gonna get this bondsman license, because we used to always call Shane. Like, my cousin would get arrested for certain things, and a lot of my friends were getting arrested. And I remember Shane telling me, like, P, you're not built like that. Like, jail is real. And I'm like, all right, well, he told me about it, and then somebody else put me onto it, and then we ended up connecting later on. And then next thing you know, Paris and Shane, I'm no longer with him. People grow, but I mean, that's still my guy.
So, she is me 25 said, what is the name of your company again?
Paris the Bondsman LLC. You can Google me. Oh, everybody, listen. Feel free to Google Paris the Bondsman. Give me 5 stars, and if I ever helped you, Google Drives, everything, and you know how digital marketing is. I like the other gentleman, like the Truck King. I'm just I actually dropped out of college for marketing and stuff like that, and I felt like I knew what I wanted to know, and I just said, oh, college isn't for me. Then I got this.
Well, I mean, you've been very successful at this.
Thank you. I try.
So say we get arrested, and I get arrested. I shouldn't keep jinxing myself, though. These days, I'm a lot calmer than I used to be. How do we contact you? How do we get in touch with you to get
Google, just type in, listen, a lot of people are like, oh, what's your number, or digital business cards. Literally, just go to Bondsman. I'm not to brag, but I am the most reviewed Bondsman on Google. Look that up. And you just type in Paris the Bondsman, or top rated Bondsman. I think you'll be impressed. And then just hit that call button. Or, just call me, 860-209-9988. I had that number for like 21 years.
So what is a day like for you as a bondsman? Because I know me and you, we do other business together and talk, and we're friends, but like when you're, I mean, you get up in the morning, you head to a courthouse, right?
Yeah, well, my routine is crazy. I used to have bad habits, Jenny, and I love what the Truck King was saying. I with the vision board, and seriously, like that's where Bill came in and just really restructured how I did things. Shout out to Taylor Made. I see him in the view thing over there. He's watching. He knows. He saw the come up because when I was reinventing myself, I had to get rid of bad habits, and he helped me with the good starting the good habits, making the good habits a routine, and then turning that routine to a lifestyle. Like, I don't know if you noticed, Jenny, I got muscles now, and that's
I
because
see.
I wake up in the morning and I meditate. I already vision my day. I plan my day. Literally within 30 minutes, I see what I'm doing, everything from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. when I get home. Okay, so I start off meditating. I watch the news. I'll head to LA Fitness or downstairs, and I'll work out for 45 minutes. That's all you need is 45 minutes of clarity. Come back in, shower, answer my calls, hit the post office, go to the P.O. box, grab the mail, drop that off at the office, and then I shower and head to court.
And then there you are.
Yep. Yes, ma'am. And then I'm Ash Banks. Shout out to Ash Banks and my team, DJ Proof. They call me, on the Paris promotion side, because again, I literally use you got to stay connected to the streets, the culture, and it's sad to say, but these are our circumstances. This is what a lot of black and brown people know. They know nightclubs. They know their environment, and their environment is hostile, and with that hostility comes, situations. And I'm just that guy to help a lot of people out of that situation. It's called due process, for many ranges. I've learned a lot of lessons. I remember when one of the first bails I ever did was a $250,000 bond. It was a sex assault, and I said to Shane, I'm like, Shane, I don't want to do that bond. And I remember saying to Shane, like, yo, I really don't want to do that bond. You know what he did, Jenny? He took the bond from me and called me. He was like, yeah, meet me at Whaley Avenue. Met him at Whaley Avenue. He wanted me to know, like, listen, at the end of the day, it's not up to us to be judge and jury. We're part of a process. It's called due process, Jenny. And that process was here before me, and it'll probably be here after me. And I say probably because a lot of people don't know this. The bail system is always constantly under attack. And if the people knew what was going on, they wouldn't stand for it. Because again, Jenny, like I said in Mass, if they brought that over in Connecticut and they say, oh, let's get rid of bail, a lot of people will be asked out, excuse my mouth. But, the prisons are overpopulated as it is. So imagine, somebody stuck in jail, and you know how it is. Again, back to our circumstances with that hostile environment. It's harder for us to come up with 5,000 versus come up with 500 when you call Paris.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And then a lot of people don't know, if you don't even have that whole 500, I'll work with you. We're allowed to work with you where it's like 35 to 3.5%. So come up with $200 and I can put you on a payment plan, and it could be $50 a week. A lot of people don't have it like that. So I'm here, I'm here for the people, and it speaks volume in my actions, and a lot of people can testify to that.
So during COVID, I have to know this because I know courts were shut down for the most part, right?
Jenny.
So how did that work with your business? Because obviously people were still getting arrested. Listen,
it was the weirdest. It was so surreal because, again, remember when COVID hit, we all were shook. We're like, yo, what's about to happen? Courts shut down. I remember like the first 3 weeks, remember I'm self-employed. So there's no unemployment. There's none of that. It's like, gotta live on the savings. And I've been put in that situation. Again, I learned a long time ago with having a healthy lifestyle, take care of your money. In situations like this, the money will take care of you. So I was good, but I was still panicking. And, I would call my big bro, Attorney Freeman. And he used to say, like, listen, we're good. Don't worry about it. We're straight. And I remember, like, Jenny, it's crazy. This is going to sound weird, but when COVID hit, after 3 weeks, it just blew up. Remember, because we're like essential. So, I remember being on a highway and it was like a ghost town, but I had to go do this bond. So some bonds, like I remember this one guy, he had a $250,000 bond, which is standard for like a gun. And I kid you not, New Haven PD kicked him and basically said, listen, we're going to arrest you later. You got caught with this gun today. It's called an NSB, a non-surety bond. And they NSB'd him And yeah, they ended up arresting him maybe 3 months later. So, you know, because everybody was scared of this COVID thing. We didn't know what it was yet at the time. But I gotta say, like, I started working out more. I started reading books, and I started a GPS company, 24/7 pretrial monitoring. So I do a lot of stuff out in the New Hampshire area. So when people are on my Instagram, they're like, wait, why is he always promoting Paris Promotions, Blaze Barbershop, which I nominate too, Jenny. You gotta call my cousin Johnny Turner, Blaze Barbershop in New
That's
Britain.
my son Max's barber.
So
We love Johnny very much.
so then you know what it is.
Yeah. And he's actually been on it with us.
Really? Because I was gonna nominate him.
He was on. Well, you can renominate him. That's fine. He's been on. He was on with us months ago, like when we first started this, a long time ago. Yeah.
So I used COVID to just better myself. My vision board, like Trukking said, I started my vision board, started my business, my LLC, maintained my license in South Carolina. I was afraid to go back down there, so I was stuck up here because I was going back and forth.
Right.
And I just used the time wisely. Like, you know, I read books, Earl Nightingale, Napoleon Hill, and just started bettering myself, and started, even you, Jenny, like linking up with you again. And, you know, before COVID, we were banging out the shows, and Craig was like my venting guy. Like, whenever I had an issue and I couldn't deal with it, Craig was my guy for Paris Promotions. And then you started taking up that mantle. Like, you talked me off the ledge just last week or a couple weeks ago. And no, Paris, you know, handle, like, play chess, not checkers. So it's pretty good having people like you, like Truck King said, having positive, motivated people. Let me tell you something. My Uncle Barry, I'm Jamaican. My Uncle Barry used to say, listen, I'll show you your friends and I'll show you who you are. So I surround myself with like-minded, ambitious people. You hang out with thieves, you're going to be, you hang out with 4 thieves, you're going to be the 5th. Yeah. You know what I mean? I hang out with millionaires. You know, humbly, I do. I hang out with millionaires, and, you know, God is good. So
well, I'm not a millionaire yet. Hopefully one day.
Hey, hang out with a couple. Look at Meek. He's hanging out with some millionaires now. Look at him. Yeah. It's real. You got to change your lifestyle. Change those habits. Make them good habits. Make them routines, and it'll become a lifestyle.
I agree. I agree. And of course, this Friday night, just let's promote really quick while you're on that. You have Christian Combs.
Hey.
King Combs.
Save that for proof. I don't want to steal their shine. This is about Paris.
I know. But
if you insist, Jenny, yes, it's going down this Friday, everybody. 101 Railroad Place, Danbury, Connecticut. Diamond Nightclub. Yes, we have Diddy's son. Can you believe it? I've met Diddy a bunch of times, and now I'm working with his son. That's how old I am.
Be there performing, so
drink your water, people. Drink your water.
Yeah. All right, so you have a special for the folks watching tonight, right? As far as your Bales Bondsman business. Wow, which is really hard to say. Here's the Bondsman.
Jenny, it's not even a special. If you know, you know. Like, listen. Like I said, I'm a professional bondsman, not a surety bondsman. So as a professional bondsman, I have a little bit of leeway, and I found some loopholes. Remember, people, educate yourself. So with this loophole, I mean, maybe I can do bonds a little bit less for less money than a lot of other bondsmen because of my professional bondsman. So, like, listen, people, if you don't got it and you need that help, you call me. I got you. You don't have to have all the money, okay? And also, oh, Jenny, I forgot to tell you, I do work for my brother, Attorney Freeman. So, like, if anybody get a slip and fall or in a car accident, listen, I'll buy your lawsuit. Dead serious. This is the first time I'm marketing and promoting it. We just started developing it right now. Usually I'm in the office and somebody gets hurt, I bring them in, I do an intake. But now, you know, with some money saved up, I'm now buying lawsuits. So if you get hurt and you need money now, just like that commercial, I'll give you money up front. Call Paris. Literally, that's the thing.
Okay. That's a good deal. Well, thank you, Paris.
Thank you, Jenny. Thank you seriously, thank you for always supporting me. It's been a long time, many, many, many years, a lot of clubs, a lot of shows, and I hope we get to do a lot more.
Yes, yeah, I hope so. You know, we're going to keep this thing going, so.
You know it.
Payment to the great people of this area.
Thank you for having me.
All right,
shout out to everybody that checked in.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
So we're going to go back and revisit Laura from 80/20 Fit right now to see whether or not she was able to get back on with us. And, Paris, you can X out there, my friend.
I don't know. I'm trying to learn how to do that, Jenny.
Well, I'm sorry?
Oh yeah, hit the X. There you go.
Yeah, we hit the X. Thanks so much, Paris. Okay. I know it's a whole new world with all this technology for everybody. And let's go back to Laura and check in on her now. Now we know if we get arrested, we're going to be all right. We're going to call Paris the Bondsman. Right? You never know what's going to happen. Laura, you okay?
Yes, yes, yes. Sorry, guys.
No worries. Has happened to me many times, especially, you know, if I'm somewhere funky and not my usual spot here. Laura, 80/20 Fit. You were nominated by Starbright, Jen from Starbright. You're located at 1793 Park Street in Hartford. And tell me about your business.
So I run a nutrition club. I'm a distributor for Herbalife Nutrition. I've been in business for 5 years. I decided to do Herbalife Nutrition because I was getting married and I wanted to lose weight. I decided to do the business because I had also coaching. I had people that do one-on-one with me, got me to the results that I wanted to get. So I seen how they loved on their people and made sure they gave back to their people. So I decided to do the business, and I decided to do the same thing. But I got a lot of women, so I do a lot of like woman empowerment in my location. Like I make sure people get healthy. I make sure people lose weight. I offer free workouts at my center.
Nice.
I offer free Zumba in my center. I just like to give back because there's a lot of moms that fortunately can't afford a lot of stuff. So what they do is they come to my nutrition club and they get smoothies, and they get it's called energy bombs. It's like energy teas. And what they do is when they come and get energy teas and energy shakes, I offer free workouts. And we do like monthly challenges. We do a lot of raffles. I do a lot of giving back. I do a lot of what I do with my team. We do like school drives. I do a lot of feed the homeless. I do a lot with my church. But also, we just make sure people feel love, and we make sure that people get the energy and to lose the weight that they want to lose.
So I saw all your yummy looking healthy smoothies on your IG. I was stalking it. How many flavors do you have? And, you know, are you just constantly creating new ones? Because it looks like you have like a huge variety of smoothies.
Yeah, so right now we have 32 different we got 32 different teas, and we have 42 different shakes. But every other week, I'm trying to create a new shake. So I create the shake because depend on the customers. So some customers give me ideas, and then I create a shake with the ideas. But I make sure it's still under 198 calories, so they could get the nutrition that they need and to lose the weight that they want to lose. So we don't want something that's going to make them gain weight when they're in here to lose the weight.
So you told me a lot of background about yourself and all of the great work that you're doing for the community. So thank you. I'm going to thank you for that. But how did you get your business started? Because it's so hard to start a business.
So I worked for a company for CVS Pharmacy for 20 years. And I always did on and beyond for working for someone. So when I decided to do my business, I said I'm going to give it my all, because why work for somebody and give them my all and not do it for myself? So I decided to do the business and make sure that when I did it, I put my 120% in it. So that's when I started to do the business. And I was working 90 to 100 hours a week for someone else when I could do 80, 90 hours for myself and make sure that I feel good at something that I do. So I love what I do. I have a passion to what I do.
Right. So you came up with this idea. You said, I want to really put everything in place that I've learned during this process of trying to lose weight. I want to have the nutrition factor. I want to have the fitness factor. So you found the space, and it just was go time from there.
Herbalife Nutrition been around for 40 years. So me and my coach decided to open this location on Park Street. And when we decided to open it, we decided to make sure that we get people healthy, because before I started doing Herbalife Nutrition, I used to have a lot of medical issues, and I used to not take care of myself. I used to always be in and out of the hospital and not making sure I was taking care of myself and making sure that I wasn't number one. So when I started to do the business, I made sure that I became number one for my health and making sure that I let people know that they come first before anybody else.
So Gem Glow said, that's my coach.
Yes. So I have over 300 clients and 15 coaches.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You have like a huge business going. The way you described it versus the way it really is. I mean, you said it in a very humble way. Like, yeah, we do some classes and things. You really have like a big company going on there.
Yeah, so in our organization, we have over 5 nutrition clubs in the Hartford area and Stanford area. And when I started the business, I started really low in the business now. And in the past year, since COVID happened, it's so crazy that my business went up sky high, and I went up 3 levels in my business. And that's me helping more people see the vision of being their own boss and getting healthier, by the way, and making extra income.
So since you've been doing all of this, like, doing things for yourself, because first of all, I would just want to bring up the fact that so many people, especially women, do not do anything for themselves because there's a certain amount, and this is me too. There is a certain amount of guilt associated with doing anything for yourself, especially when you have a family, children, career. You're not supposed to actually do anything for yourself, you feel like. So therefore, a lot of times that can really damage your health. And also it can make you mentally unhealthy because you're so overwhelmed with trying to do everything for everyone else. So the fact that you said you make yourself number one now, I think that's a really great message to so many folks, including myself. I'm going to bring it in. I'm sucking it in. I'm absorbing what you're saying right now. Because a lot of times you forget about it. My other half, he'll say to me, did you go for a walk today, or did you do anything? Like, I love to do yoga. Why don't you go do a yoga class? No, I'm too busy with work and the kids, and but you really do have to put yourself first for your own health.
Yes, and I do tell my clients, and what I do kid friendly, so they can't give me an excuse that their kids can't come. So we have a kid friendly zone, so kids are welcome to my location. Have a lot of coaches, so one of the coaches makes sure the kids are okay, and the other coaches are making sure that the parents are working out. So one of the coaches will take the kids outside, or the kids go work out with us. And the reason we do it, because we do see a lot of teenagers nowadays having obesity. For me, having a child that had obesity, I take this business very serious, and I tell my clients to take it serious when it comes to their children and when it comes to themselves, because I experience it from home. So if I experience it from home, I know where they're coming from. So I let them know, hey, I know it from hands on, but we could do it together. So when the kids come here, I go at a pace with the kids and let them know that, listen, it's going to be okay. Just today, I just finished a workout class before the call, and I had 3 new kids in my center today, and they were like, I can't do it. And I was like, it's a mindset. And they felt great after doing the workout that they said they see me tomorrow, because I made sure they feel at home.
That's such great news, Laura. That's such great news. So I know that you have classes and training and all of that. So for the folks that have not been there yet, how do we get in touch with you in order to learn the schedule or to set up something one-on-one? How do we get in touch with you?
So I have my 80/20 Fit page on IG and Facebook, and then I have my Laura Gonzalez page on Facebook. They could come to my location. I'm open from 6:30 in the morning to 7 p.m. We have workout, like I said, at 11 and 7. They could come in, or they could message me. I do message back fast because, like I said, we have other coaches here, so I do message people fast, but they're more than welcome to come. And I do a lot of samples. Like every month, I do samples of free shakes and free tea. And if you pass my location, it's always free samples outside for them to try it.
Nice.
But they can know what they do, and I explain the products to them, and I let them know what the products do for them.
Wow, I'm gonna have to stop by there one time, try these smoothies. They look so good. So you said 1793 Park Street in Hartford, and you have a special for the folks watching tonight.
So everybody that comes down, they could get a free lit tea on me. Just tell them they were at Jenny Boom Boom's live with me. They get a free lit tea. Come try, and they could try our Zumba class and our Fit Camp class. And we do different promotions every month for home programs.
Nice. The home programs, are those something through Zoom, or is that something that you just...
So we do home programs. They could take the tea aloe for the monthly program. We go by people. So we budget it on people budget. We don't go, if they say, hey, I have this amount of money, we find them a program that budgets them. We don't make them go out of their budget. We work with them. And then they also, well, even if they got program at home, we do Zoom online, and we do everything online for them to be able to come and work out with us.
That's so great. You thought of everything, Laura. You're pursuing your dream and doing what you really love, what you're passionate about. And that's a wonderful thing. You must feel so proud of yourself. I don't know if you do.
Yes.
Most We were just talking about this, right? A lot of folks don't enjoy the process of anything. You know, they just know the hard work that's involved, but you should feel very proud of yourself.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so Laura from 80/20 Fit. We're going to talk again, girl.
All right. All right.
And thank you so much. Have a great night.
Bye.
Bye. Oh man, she just inspired me so much. So thanks so much to Mike Connolly from Standout Trucking. I had him on tonight, and yeah, he's great. He's so awesome. It's all about marketing, and definitely check him out. It's standouttruck.com. Paris the Bondsman. I'm so happy because he really explained to me what bondsmen do. I really never knew exactly all the logistics around it. So thanks so much to Paris the Bondsman. If you need a bondsman, make sure and reach out to him. And of course, Laura from 80/20 Fit. Right there, you can hit her up in her DMs. Everybody that I interviewed tonight do have specials for the folks watching, so make sure and hit all those folks up so you can get the specials that they offered for tonight. Thanks so much. Tomorrow at 7 o'clock, it's Bad Marriage for Life. Me and Vic, we get on here and we talk about all our business, everything that's going on with the family. A lot happened in the last week, so we'll let you know, okay? Take care. Have a great night. Bye.